Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. I hope you are well, and I appreciate your time on listening to this message. Today marks my 3 months in Richmond, Virginia, and I am still unemployed. Whew, what a journey it has been, and I will tell you, it has been very humbling. So, I have been interviewing for director of special education positions and other various administrative positions. I had an interview yesterday for a curriculum coach, a reading coach, and I have spoken with a couple of recruiters about special education jobs. And I talked to this one lady yesterday who recently relocated from South Florida to the DC area, and that's the same thing that I was trying to do with gaining employment in one of these educational institutions, but that has yet not happened for me. And she asked me a question that I've been perseverating on. She asked me, "What is it that you want to do?" And that has been my lifetime frustration. And I am voicing this as a 46-year-old woman. So, in essence, in our societal standards, one would think that at 46, I know exactly what I want to do, and I would have been on track to make that happen for myself. But I can personally attest to that is not the case. She asked me what I wanted to do, and I gave her a professional answer, but deep in my heart, the answer to that question is I don't want to have anything to do with education in the United States of America, and that's my truth. It has changed so much. I started in education back in '01. So it's been 23 years. I've worked as a substitute teacher. I've worked as a paraprofessional. I've worked as a general education teacher. I've worked as a special education teacher. And I've worked as the head of the special education department. And I never wanted to be an educator. I never wanted to do that. When we were young and I used to play school with my siblings, I was always the teacher or the principal. I've just, you know how God gives us all a gift? My gift has always been people, and specifically children. Children have always been drawn to me. And I've tried to fight it my whole life. And a few years ago, when I drew closer to God, I knew that it was the service that He put me in. It's not where I want to be, it's where He put me. And so in my 23 years of education, I've been wanting to get out the whole time. But as far as going to school, going back and getting postgraduate degrees, mine are all in education. And since I got here, and my mother's been hosting me, and I'm so grateful to have her support, as well as the support of my sister, brother-in-law. My uncle is here. It's been great to be around family. I was under the impression that it would give me the cushion that I needed to seek out some other type of work. So I've applied for various sales positions. I've applied for Chick-fil-A had some type of cohort where they were teaching you to work in their corporate office or to run one of their stores. I applied for that. I've applied to work at Costco and Home Depot and other things of that nature, and haven't gotten any of those jobs. And on some of the jobs, I don't put my postgraduate degrees and I still don't get callbacks. And my service is in education. So with applying for the director positions and them wanting me to do various performance tasks, I realized that that is not the place that I'm supposed to be, because a lot of these tasks are very conventional. Come up with modules of special education classes to teach general education teachers, and put this schedule together depending on where the children's needs are and the available teachers and the paraprofessionals. Another assignment was to do a comprehensive plan to move student performance forward and meet standards at the end of the year. All of these things are conventional. All of these things you can actually search on Google, and especially using AI, it'll come up with a plan for you. So for me, doing the work of coming up with a plan, I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. I believe in doing what has been proven to work, keeping what does work, changing what doesn't, and just revamping as you get wisdom, as your team builds, making those changes as you go. And a lot of what I have done in education for the past 23 years, it has been very unconventional. Everything that I do is based off of, and I know it sounds cliche, but everything I do is based on building relationships and observances and knowing what's needed, where it's needed, and what I can do to make a difference. My last principal called me the child whisperer because, again, children have always been my God-given gift, my purpose. I did not feel safe as a child, so it's always been my conscious effort to make sure that every child that is in my personal space feels safe. And then, of course, when it comes to special education, there are so many different compliance standards that we're expected to meet. And that's where my conventionalism does play a part, because I'm always going to meet deadlines, always. And I do that by scheduling my meetings a month in advance. So if I'm scheduling meetings a month in advance, it's giving me the opportunity to not only make revisions in my schedule if an emergency comes up, but it's also allowing my parents and other stakeholders to do the same. So, organization and then building relationships. And I know that sounds cliche, and everything cannot be atoned by having a good relationship. A lot of students and educators need things that go beyond just having a good relationship. But at the very basis of what I have always done, if I stay steady, if I stay consistent, if I stay professional, and if I come with care and kindness, then that has always worked for me. And it's hard to put that into a plan for educational institutions to read and even appreciate. So my journey continues, and I'm really hoping and praying that I find something soon, not just something, but I want to be somewhere that speaks to me, that I feel good when I walk in the door, that I'm able to make a difference, that children understand that there are adults out there that do what they say, mean what they say, follow through, and are an example. It's always been my desire to be that example, to walk in purpose. And I just pray that God continues to give me the strength to do that. So just wanted to get on here, give an update. Nothing much has changed other than my wisdom through this process of knowing where I don't need to be right now because of the steps that you have to take to get there. So yeah, I'm going to go to a baseball game. There's a minor league here. They're called the Squirrels. I don't know what they're. I know the squirrels are their mascot, but I don't know what. I think they're the Flying Squirrels. So, gonna head out to that game with my sister, her family, and my uncle, and just enjoy as much as possible being in the moment, not stressing over the lack of a job right now, and just doing the best I can to learn all the lessons that I need to move forward. So, hope y'all have a great day, and I'll be back soon.